Thank you for agreeing to participate in this qualitative interview. How's your day been?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's good. Today you'll be asked a few questions regarding your experiences participating in team sports. Our aim is to understand what participating in team sports means to young adults in Australia. Sport is widely considered an integral part of Australian culture and has many benefits for those who participate in it. However, research has shown that participation rate of young adults has declined over time. Do you have any questions before we begin the interview?
No, not really.
Awesome. Alright, let's start with the first question. How did you become involved in participating in team sports?
Well, I guess from a young age, both my parents played sport their whole lives, and for them it was important for their children to play sport as well. So I was put into team sports and just all sports, I guess, from a very young age. As much as I can remember.
I see. And what was the main thing that interested you in playing these team sports?
I guess at a young age, it's kind of just like having friends, and outside of school you see each other in class and everything, but then outside of school you see them in a different setting and you can muck around and you can play together, and and I guess I just always loved sport and just being physically active, so something that always interested me.
Awesome. And do you currently play any sports?
Yeah, I play on a weekly basis. I play touch rugby. Yeah.
Awesome. And what factors motivate you to play touch rugby?
Well, at the moment, it's mostly who I play with is like old school friends and uni friends. So it's just to catch up, and we're all very busy with study and our own lives and everything, and don't get to catch up. So this is just a good way to every week be together and see how each other's lives are going, and also just be physically active.
Have you played many sports with these people?
I have. Through high school, I've played with the high school friends all through high school, and with the uni guys, this is my third year now playing it. So the same guys that I've met first year uni, they're all the way through.
Awesome. So would you consider these friendships quite strong then?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, very strong.
That's great. Would you encourage your children to participate in team sports?
Oh, definitely. I think I've seen how much I've loved sport, and I guess it would also be cool for me to see my children play sport and just be sitting on the sideline and cheer on. But I think definitely just the value that sports have added to my life. I would love to see that in my children.
Of course. And do you think there's any benefits of playing these team sports?
Oh, definitely. I've definitely seen how for me it's through like what I play weekly. It builds friendships and things that strong friendships with people that you get to just like play around with, and confidence as well in school, and being physically active is never a bad thing either. I think there's very good benefits.
Well, with these benefits, do you think that parents encourage their children to play sports these days?
Yeah, I think they do. I think that they've moved a little bit more away from like physical contact sports with the more injuries, and but I still think sport is still a big part of especially Australian culture, because I assume that most parents have also played sport as children, and they also love it and they also watch it. So I think people are still today encouraging their kids to play sport.
Yeah, of course. And do you feel that your participation in team sports has helped shape who you are today?
Oh, definitely. I've definitely seen also the changes in depending upon what sport I have played. Such as it's from a younger age I played team sports, and then moving country and stuff, I didn't really know people, so I moved into more like individual sports with athletics and cross country and stuff like that. And then you could also, because every single time you're there, it's all just competition based. Even with your friends, it's all just at trainings, it's even competition, and it's all just about you. And then moving back into team sports, I could see in my own life that I wasn't so selfish anymore and just like doing my own thing. I would move back into like being with people, and because I missed, or I could see that with my team sports, you like being with the other people, and you see how it's going with their lives rather than just constantly being in a competition, but helping each other out.
So would you say that your values and morals have been influenced by team sports?
Yeah, I think just in the sense of including other people in different things, and also just being curious about what's happening in other people's lives. When you're playing individual sports and everything's just about you, you don't necessarily, it's not that you don't care, but I think it's just more that you want to make sure that you're doing the best you can, and you don't really involve yourself in other people's lives because it's just you. Whereas now, I guess I value what other people are doing with their lives more.
I see. And do you think your confidence has been impacted much?
Oh, definitely. I think playing sport and being with people allows you to communicate with people a lot easier. So your confidence of talking to people, and also the confidence of having an idea in like a tactical situation in a sport, and then saying that and being like, all right, well, I think maybe we should try it like this. It gives you that confidence of like having an input into a situation rather than just sitting on the sideline and doing your own thing.
And what about your self-image?
I think I don't think that it's changed in a sense. I still, I don't really know. I guess.
Do you think that you look at yourself a bit more confidently now, and you think you're a bit more of a confident individual now that you've played in team sports than when you were by yourself, or do you think you're more of a caring person now?
I think I'm a lot more caring now. I think I guess I'm more confident now, whereas before when I was playing individual, it was a cockiness that was coming out rather than a confidence. It was a, look at me, I think I'm the best. But now with like team sports, it's more of a confidence coming from a team perspective, that I'm confident in other people and what value they add. With as same as mine, I'm more confident in, okay, we all had value, we all work together. And definitely more caring about what other people have to say.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear. Do you think there's any downsides to participating in team sports?
I think there can be definitely downsides, in the sense that when you're very competitive and you have two people in a team sport that are very competitive, you can clash heads very quickly, especially when you think the team needs to do something one way and they think another way. There can be a clash of heads, and that can ruin friendships very quickly.
Do you think that competitiveness and fear of clashing heads could prevent someone from participating in a team sport?
Oh, definitely. I definitely think that if you have conflicting ideas of so some people play sport for the more social reason and some play it to win everything and be competitive. It can definitely make those who usually want to do it just socially to stop playing if they're surrounded by others who are just competitive the whole time. Just because they're there to have fun, be with their friends, and someone else is just being grumpy all the time and wanting to win and being very serious. It can deter you from playing because you are not there for the same reasons.
And how would you cope with that conflict and interest?
I guess you need to assess what the intention is of the team. If the intention is, okay, we all want to win everything and this is very serious, then you go ahead by that. But if the understanding among the team is that it's just social, we're just here to have fun, I think that's one way to cope it, and just to understand what the situation is of everyone else's mind and where we're at. I think that's one way to cope with it.
All right, awesome. Well, that concludes our interview for today. Some of the key points you raised were that your parents were one of the original motivators for you to participate in team sport, and then when you built those strong connections, that's what kept you motivated throughout high school. Do you have anything else to add?
No, not at all.
Alright, well, thank you for taking your time to answer these questions. This information will help us understand what participation in team sports means to young adults and why participation rates have been declining. Do you have any questions about the interview?
No, not at all.
Awesome. Well, you did a great job answering these questions. Thank you for your time.
Cheers.